good morning,
Good morning.
Dennis. This is who you have this morning. So it looks a little bit different on my end. Sometimes I just get super impatient and was trying the password, wasn't working, so I still have 4 minutes until it'll let me go back in and try. So sorry, Dad. I'll try it. We're done. Yep, Monday. Hope it's super
Yeah,
fun.
love Mondays.
I know. Crazy. So we talk about this all the time, but I don't think everyone understands the gravity of like literally when our dad isn't around, like everything just totally malfunctions. Like
Technology dies.
life just stops. So I don't know what we're gonna do if he has to go on a vacation for an extended period of time.
It's gonna be interesting when he goes on his sabbatical, but
Oh yeah.
that's
We're
not
just gonna
till down the road.
Yeah, we're gonna cry and just drink lots of coffee. But
Yeah.
so, hope you kind of want to tell everyone what you've been up to, how's life?
So I am back at college. I'm in my fourth year, which is senior year, but I'm graduating a semester. Good morning,
Hi,
Father of
Dad.
Hours, which is a semester later. And so just chilling at college, taking 18 hours this semester, which
Woohoo.
is fun for me. So just working my tail off,
Mm-hmm.
getting homework's done. So yeah, it's crazy, but I don't know. I like college, so I'm not
Well, that's
complaining too
good.
much.
Yeah, at least you get a cruise right after you're done and
I
graduate.
do. We're going on a cruise after I graduate college, so that'll
It'll
be
be fun. It'll
yeah.
be tons of fun. So, good morning,
You
Jenny. Good morning, Bethany.
and it's kind of like your college graduation cruise too, because you didn't get a cruise when you graduated
Yeah.
college.
So
So
I think it'll be fun. I don't know where we're gonna go, but I think it'll be
who
fun.
knows?
I'll be down for anything at this point.
Yeah, Dad's like the cruise travel agent at this point.
Yeah,
So
but well, good. I'm glad
yeah.
school's going pretty good.
Yep. And I just got back from a fall retreat last weekend through the Christian Challenge, and we
Mm-hmm.
went to Inlow. So I
Mm.
got a taste of what Cloudcroft is like with the mountains, and I miss it so much because it's so hot here.
Yeah,
But that was
Inlow
really.
though, Inlow's pretty hot too. I
It was
mean, it has
raining,
like
like
okay,
it was like rainy, and there was like a big storm before we came, so there was a lot of mud.
okay.
Um, so, but
Because Inlow during the summer, like all the
yeah,
kids were like, it's like Cloudcroft. Well, not really, because you're like drenched in sweat as you're
yeah,
walking everywhere.
yeah.
You literally have to walk everywhere.
Yeah,
But
so that was the fall retreat was really fun. It was just fun to because at Inlow I don't there's zero service. Like at Civils you can kind of get some service, but at Inlow there's no service. So it's good to just get away,
mhm.
unplug for like a weekend. So that was really fun. That was really refreshing. So
Oh, good.
Dad, I don't need you to brag, okay? It's the low like this week is supposed to be 70 and I'm excited for it. Like I'm a desert rat now.
I think it was like 42, 43 when I woke up this morning.
Wow.
I think it got down to that one night last week, it was 36. So,
Mhm.
but
Wow.
I know you're just going to freeze when you come up for
I know
Thanksgiving.
I was bragging at Inlow because when we got there at night, like the worship service started at 10 o'clock at
Mm.
night. So
Mm.
we had to be up. And I was like, oh, yeah, like I'm not going to put on my jacket. I was like bragging that I'm a mountain girl. and then, then, like 10 minutes later, I have my jacket on. You're like,
That's
oh,
funny.
I thought you were a mountain girl. I'm like, I was, but I guess not anymore.
I feel like that feeling is the best. On Saturday, I went to Black Bear like in the
hmm
afternoon, and it just gotten done with like a huge like rainstorm, and all the tourists like are bundling and they have their little beanies and they have like their
Oh.
scarves, and I walk in there with just like a short sleeve t-shirt and
Mm-hmm.
it was doable. But,
Yeah.
well, good. I'm glad you had fun.
Yep.
So I was going to do Bible trivia, and I'm scared to pull up another tab, but we'll look at it and see, because we kind of just wanted to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So let me do Bible.
Just to warn you, I'm not a morning person, so I don't know how trivia at 8 a.m. will go.
Well, I found one that gives you answers.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I am all with you. Do it somewhat, but I feel like my brain is just dead. Oh, that did not work. Okay. So let's look at some of the questions. These look like really easy questions. So like, in what city was Jesus born?
Okay.
Like, I feel like we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find one that's more challenging.
No.
Yes. We'll ask everyone, and then
Ask
we'll give them a
everyone.
little bit, and then we'll answer.
Okay.
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 Ooh, do we want to finish a verse? Let's start with something easy, and then we'll work our way up. Super.
Okay.
I had one that was good. Okay. Here's a question, and you guys can answer too. What type of insect did John the Baptist eat in the desert? Any takers? Any guesses? Jesus is I don't think that Jesus is an insect, and or we should eat Jesus.
There's always that one person that brings that up, Dad.
I know. Jesus is the answer. Okay, cannibalism is not the answer. I don't think that's the answer today. So I think it's an insect. I mean, we could name off a butterfly. That's an insect. But I know it's not a butterfly. Oh, that's so funny. No, I like that. I like that. Jesus is always the answer. Yeah, that's great. Locust. Yes, you're right, Bethany. He ate locusts. Okay. So here we go. Let's find one that's harder, and I don't think with some honey. Okay. With some Jesus. Okay. So what tribe is Paul from? That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Any takers? What tribe? And I
Come on,
don't
Dad,
think
put
it's
that theology degree to use.
yeah, you should know this. Although you kind of, you got a 0 on the first question. Jesus is always the answer. That's funny. That's just so funny. The small one, Bethany replying to Larry Evans makes me taste better. Yep, you're right, Dad. Benjamin. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Locust. Yep, you're right, Dennis. Oh, I can't say that. I don't know how to. Oh, these are easy.
Someone else's turn.
Okay, so let me do. Okay, so according to the Gospel of Matthew, where does Jesus's first public sermon take place? Mind you, these are like kids questions too. So I feel like that's why Dad gets them pretty easy. Although the locust, I think that was a given.
Yeah.
So according to the Gospel of Matthew, where does Jesus's first public sermon take place? Come on, Hope. I think you could get this one.
I feel like
Mountain of Olives. Okay, that's one answer.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've heard this question being asked before, and like I know the answer, but I just don't know it. You know.
So if you put sermon and then blank blank blank, sermon blank blank blank. Are you Googling it? Are you? I can see that screen.
See the screen light up on my face.
Yes. Cheater. That was funny. I like how you thought you could get away with that. Okay, so on the mount. Remember sermon?
Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, so on the mount. Okay. Let's go back to an easy one. Mm-hmm. Okay, Matthew was a blank before he became a disciple. Matthew was a blank.
I told you, trivia at 8 a.m. is not a good idea. I want to say prophet, but pastor.
Pastor. He wasn't a pastor.
Was he a prophet?
No one liked him. His profession.
A tax collector.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
JK.
I feel like you're just throwing stuff in there. Okay. So this one might be easy or hard. It depends. Okay. And then after this one, we'll do one more, and then we'll call it. So, who is the author of the book of Revelation? I know. It could be really hard or really easy. Dennis, what do you think? Just name a person.
I want to say Paul, but is that right?
No.
But you little Larry knows this.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, come on.
Did you know it before you?
No.
Okay. Bethany, what do you think?
John, thank you, Jim. There you go. Good job. Yep, Jay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's do. Okay, so this one will be our last one.
Okay.
Who were the first apostles called to follow Jesus?
How many are there?
There's only 2 answers.
Just 2? Okay.
Just 2. So just 2 names. And it's probably not the people that you think, that we talk about a lot. Well, maybe one of them is, but
I'll let them answer. And then
okay. Who do y'all think were the 4 fishers? It's only 2 names. So I guess you got half right. We're giving out half points here.
Have to make up for your Jesus is the answer.
That was man, we couldn't have planned that if we tried.
That was so funny.
That was good. That was so good. Yes, Peter and Andrew. Good job, Jim. 2 sets of brothers. Yep.
We need names.
He said it. Peter and Andrew.
No, I'm talking about Dad. He said 2 sets of brothers.
Then James and John. Yep.
Nice.
Well, I thought the trivia was fun. Yeah. I'll send you Hope the questions ahead of time so you can look at them.
So, what's something, Hillary, that God has been I don't know, teaching you or showing you? We'll put you on the spot.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like right now it's like to kind of just like slow down a little bit and to like not get like super like high strung
Mm-hmm.
about stuff, but then also to like have grace
Mm-hmm.
for people. Because sometimes I struggle with that, because sometimes there are people that would just like Jesus,
Yeah.
handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm going through. What about you, Hope? I'm gonna put you back on the spot.
I already had an answer ready. Why
Oh
did
yeah, oh, yeah, that's how we do it, huh?
So something at the retreat. So the fall retreat, the theme was evangelism.
Mhm.
And so the breakout sessions, the message, all of that tied back to evangelism. And one of the breakout sessions taught on Bible storying. And I was
Hmm.
like, huh, that's interesting. So I went to it, and basically the concept behind Bible storying is verbally telling Bible stories to non-believers,
Mhm.
or just believer, but it's evangelism, so non-believers,
Right.
um, and had they so we were all in this big group, and they kind of split us up into smaller groups, and they had one of the leaders tell us a story, like a Bible story. So the Bible story that I heard was creation, the
Mhm.
creation story. And at first I'm like, I've heard that so many times, I know it,
Yeah.
but God was like, but do you? And she talked about, if you grew up in the church, you've heard these Bible stories so much that you know them, but you don't really know them. And so
Right.
I think the creation story was a perfect example, because she told it in such a she told it like from the Bible, but I had never realized that the wording, especially creation, is so important, so crucial. So, for example, when it just talks about who God is.
Mhm.
For example, so like when he how do I say this? When he says something into creation, like he says it and then it happens, and so when we tell the Bible story, we have to say, then God said, let there be light, and there was light, and just instead of saying
Right.
God created light, and
Mhm.
that just goes to how important like the wording is, especially for creation, like I said, because it talks about, he he's a God of organization, just how he created, the whole creation story is, um,
Mhm.
he speaks things into creation and it happens. What else was there? He just doesn't create one animal and is like, okay, go, he thinks about it. He's a God of sustainability, so he creates people and animals in such a way where they can reproduce, and not just fend for
Mhm.
themselves.
Right.
So that really opened my eyes to just how I talk to people, and how I tell Bible stories to especially unbelievers, because when I tell a story, I assume that the other person knows, like, has the same mind as me, and so
Mhm.
I kind of like leave out big details, assuming that they'll kind of pick up on it.
Right.
But that really opened my eyes to when we're telling other people about Jesus and the gospel, we don't want to leave stuff out, um, because they don't get the whole picture. So
Mhm.
that was really cool. I was not expecting to get anything out. Like I was expecting to get some things out of the Bible story, but not
Mhm.
that. And so that was really cool. That God opened my eyes to that. And so yeah, I mean
That's
that was such a cool. I've never heard I've never heard of Bible storying in that way before. So it was really cool
And I
to see.
think like it's important to like always, read different like sources, like, always like changing up like how we look at stories, how we look at the Bible.
Mhm.
Because like you said, like sometimes like we just hear it over and over and over again,
Right.
and we
Mhm.
miss like the importance of, that story, or we miss the importance of, like why it's in the Bible.
Right. And in the creation story, because like everything God creates at the end of the day, he's like the Bible says, he saw that it was good. But but I think the wording, so when he creates man and woman, he says they were very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so just that different wording is powerful, and
Yeah.
it's in the Bible that way for a reason. And so I don't know, that really opened my eyes to, wow, like, what am I missing? What am I leaving out when I tell people about Jesus and,
Mm-hmm.
Bible stories? So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to call it today, but so Hope and I's plan for the rest of the week is on Wednesday and Friday, we're going to come back with some Bible trivia. But don't worry, because it gets harder on Friday. I have some questions up my sleeve. They get really obscure as we go, because there's some really obscure, like, stuff in the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
like, and especially like in the book of Judges and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it'll be fun. It'll
Yeah.
definitely be a conversation starter, obviously, because Jesus is always the answer, right, Dad? So, well, let me go ahead and pray for you guys, and we'll head into the new week. Hopefully, it's not as crazy as today started for y'all. So, dear God, we just come to you today, and I just pray that everyone this week just remembers you and remembers that you're always there for them. And I pray that no matter what the week looks like, whether it's crazy or super calm, that we always remember you and that we put you first, God. And I pray this in your holy and precious name. Amen.
Amen.
So you guys have a great week.
We'll see you on Wednesday, because you're
Yeah,
stuck
be
with us all week.
ready. Drink excessive amounts of coffee so you're ready to answer. Bye.